Rainollon here. Today is another build showcase and it's the Opticor Vandal. So let us immediately start. Starting with the mods. The mods I'm using on my Opticor Vandal are Stormbringer, which gives you a lot of electricity, and Infected Clip, which gives you a lot of Toxin. Toxin and electricity give you corrosion. I'm using this setup, you don't need to. I'm using Nourish, which gives me viral, so you don't need to build viral on my Opticor Vandal. If you're not using Nourish, get rid of Stormbringer and use the cold mod called Cryo Rounds instead. That also is much better. Get on this app, stash chance and direct damage percentage on target. Get on this chamber, multi-shot, get on this scope, critical chance while aiming. Bladed rounds, critical damage while aiming. Vital sense, critical damage. And prime shred, fire rate to punch through. For the access weapon adapter slot mods, I will highly recommend going for something like Vigilant Supplies for the ammo economy, enhancing your crits. That's something I recommend. For the bladed rounds, you can also swap this for a Bane mod if you're doing high level steel path. Hammer shot is also fine. Hunting munition is also fine. Or if you have a Riven, just remove bladed rounds for a Riven. That also helps. So yeah. For the arcane, primary deadhead for me personally is by far the best in slot for this weapon. On precision headshot kills, you get 120% increased damage. Stacks up 3 times, so that's 360% increased damage, plus 3% headshot multiplier, and weapon recoil. The weapon recoil doesn't help at all, but the headshot multiplier and quick stacks do. So this is quite good on this weapon. For the stats, charge time, fire rate is really good. Magazine size is 8, which is fine for this weapon type. Maximum ammo is really good. Ammo pickup is amazing. Reload speed is pretty solid. Accuracy is very accurate. Trigger is charge. This weapon does come with 1 times punch through. Every 0.5 punch through means if you pierce through an enemy. So it comes with 1, so that you pierce through 2 enemies. And Prime Shred adds another 2.2, so that's 6 enemies, which is amazing. Helps you a lot with clear. Riven Dispo is really good. If you have a Riven or you want to get a Riven, critical chance, critical damage, multi-shot is by far the best in slot, and get rid of bladed rounds for it. Critical chance, slightly above average, solid. Crit multi is really good, stash chance is absolutely fine for this weapon, and total damage is fine for a quick shot. The quick radius attack, which has a weird 4.6 meter radius, it doesn't do any damage. It's just, I don't know why does it even exist. And sometimes you will see a magnetic proc, it's from the radius, and it doesn't do any damage. The charge shot has the exact same critical chance, critical multi stash chance, but it does twice as much more damage. So because this weapon charge speed is quite fast, you always do charge shots. And it also has the radius on charge shots, which is still horrible. So overall, for this weapon, stat-wise, it's fine. Time for me to show you in game. So I'm going to show you with Nourish. I kind of have to, sadly, because I have viral on this. But I'm going to show you now how does this weapon work and against enemies. So how does the Opticor work? You aim and you shoot. Shoots a laser. It's pretty sick. Sounds amazing, looks cool. There's a lot of movement in the front of the barrel. You don't need to let go of your finger when you charge the shot like bows. You can just watch the charge system charge up to the max and it automatically lets go. I'm not tapping this or anything, you just hold it, which is amazing. And now it's time for me to show you against enemies. I'm going to spawn level 200, steel path, working the good dudes. Use Nourish because I have no viral. And as you can see, Butchers die in 1 hit. Lancers also die in 1 hit. Bombards die in 1 hit. And Heavy Gunners. First shot doesn't kill them, but you are going to proc some elements. And second shot will. Yeah, it's quite good. It still is. The problem with Opticor is it's mostly, it doesn't have a really amazing clear. The punch through does help it a lot, but you have to rely on enemies to be like in a line like this for you to properly like clear. But it doesn't have clear. That's like the biggest problem with this weapon. So I hope I see a Tenant Opticor in the future and has some sort of like spread or something. But it's a pretty solid weapon even till this day. This is also without Bane mods, and I'm one-shotting him. You know, and Bane mods add a really good layer of multiplicative damage to these guys, so they will die even faster. So I technically right now I'm overkilling them. With a Bane mod, I'm pretty much killing them 3 times in a row. That's how powerful this weapon is. It's solid still. It's still a solid weapon. It just doesn't have clear. That's like the only downside. You have to rely on enemies' positioning for you to punch through all of them. It does have a kind of a spread-ish, as you can see. I'm going to show you yet again. It does have some kind of like a spread radius. See how I hit him? Like the hitboxes of the laser is pretty like wide, even if it doesn't show it. But it one-shots. If it one-shots the bombards and nearly one-shots the heavy gunners, if they could stop moving like that. There we go. Like, imagine what will this weapon do against Ganir or Infested or Corpus. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing much for me to talk about. This is an old weapon and it's still good. It's still good till this day. Good luck getting this. You only obtain this weapon from Barracuteer. So you have to wait for Barrow to bring this weapon. I will not recommend using the regular Opticor. The regular Opticor does have a higher total damage, but the other stats are just much shittier. So just wait for the Vandal version or Tenet version. And yeah, use it. It's pretty good. It looks awesome. It's huge. It looks amazing. Sounds amazing. It can do all content easily. But it's just slow. It's a single target. You rely on enemies' positions for you to pierce through to kill multiple enemies. It's still good, I will say. That's my Opticor Vandal build. I hope you enjoy the build. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like, sub, and see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.